Esselamu Aleyküm ve Rahmetullah. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi şrah li sadri ve yessir li emri vahlul ukdeten min lisani yefkahu kavli ve cealli veziran min ehli Harun ahi üştud bihi ezri ve eşrefu fi emri key nusebbihake kesira ve nezkurake kesira inneke kunte bina basira. Ve sallallahu ala Muhammedin ve ala alihi ve ashabihi ve etba'ihi ve sellem. Rabbena gfir lana varhamna ve ente hayrul rahimin. Amin. Velhamdülillahi Rabbil alemin. Amin. We have been studying some selected verses of the Qur'an, and I took this for today. Maybe another one follow up. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وَإِذَا سَأَلَكَ عِبَادِي عَنِّي فَإِنِّي قَرِيبٌ أُجِيبُ دَعْوَةَ الدَّاعِ إِذَا دَعَانِ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لِي وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْشُدُونَ. Sadakallahul azim. This is for the
No, it's just for the room to be a little louder. People can hear you better.
way. If you think it, that's it. Thank you very much. So, if anyone wants to hear from far. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, the translation is, if my worshippers, ibad, you and me, I mean, everybody is ibad, everything is ibad, worshippers ask you about me, God, about God. If somebody asks you, who is this God? And I need to read the translation first, as you would read it when you take a book in your hand. They're talking about the translation of the word. Most probably nowadays, the people don't have time to learn Quranic Arabic, or it's difficult, and you have to have really special time for it. We don't accuse, and I don't accuse anyone. Having to learn the Qur'an's Arabic, come on. No, this is realistic. We have to we made our life horrible for ourselves, don't we? So we have to work, we have to do lots of things and don't have time for Qur'an. But now we understand, and that's why I'm trying to be careful, as realistic as possible according to the conditions of our life now. So you will take the book and it will say, the translation of the Quran, it will say, if my servants, it will say, ask you, I don't know servants, but just they will say, if my servants ask you about me, I am near, responding to the prayer of the one who prays to me. They should respond to me, God is speaking, and believe in me so that they might follow the right way. Okay, it seems to be clear. I mean, what are we going to talk about it? But I have many questions here, concerns, points to talk about it. First of all, let's go into the Arabic construction of the words a little bit. If my ibad, It's very difficult to word this, translate this. People say servant. Abada means to worship. Abd means the person who worships. So ibad, plural of abd. It means those who are, who worship in plural, or who are worshiping ibad, worshippers of God. So, seleke ibadi anni, about me. Yeah, about me, as it's translated. So, if a person who doesn't believe in the Creator, or make me in search of the Creator, all those people who are Christians, Jews, or Muslims, Hindus, what are they talking about God? Who is it? And if they ask you, so in bracket, the translation says the prophet. No, they ask you as well. They said, are you a Muslim? Yeah, I'm a Muslim. Do you believe in God? What is this God? They ask you. So look at the language structure, is beautiful. When they ask you, but إذا سألك is not if. You know, in سألك is if you, as far as you know Arabic. So in سألك, in case they ask you, إذا سألك, when? Definitely they ask you, what is your religion? What is it about? This kind of questions we may encounter in this world. So we will take it for ourselves, not necessarily the prophet, including the prophet, definitely. He is the first addressee of the Qur'an, first student of the Qur'an. So definitely they ask, somebody may come and ask him, and they did on many occasions in his own life. But Quran doesn't say, it is interesting, tell them I am near. Oh, do you notice this? He says, translation clearly puts it, I am near. Who's answering? God himself. Now, if they ask you about what you believe is God, who is he, what is he? And the answer comes from God, which is so important. It's a very delicate subject. I am near. God himself responds and says, I'm near. Where is he? You know, next door neighbor? No, where is he? So we have to keep in mind that although if they ask you, God immediately himself responds, I am near. Be careful, we will talk about it. Responding to the prayer of the one who prays to me. This prayer, أجيب دعوة الداعي. Da'a means really, the word is calling out. For example, if someone is in trouble, they say, help. That is da'a. So calling out. But it is translated as prayer because translation, mostly the translators bear in mind that Muslims will read it. So as if only while we are praying, we ask God, pray. No, anytime we may need it. I'm not praying, but at the same time, what's happening to me? Why is it happening here? What does it mean that spring is coming now? Why the wood started flourishing? How? Who's doing that? Right? Any kind of inquisition is da'ah, understood? So responding to anyone is trying to connect with me, I am here. To the prayer of the one who prays to me, I will respond back. So we will talk why respond that rather than accept. We will talk about it. But just I am pointing out the special. He doesn't say, ujibu da'wata. No. Ekbelu da'wat. So it doesn't say accept, but respond back. For example, you may call, Alisha may call now, say, so, Brother Ali, please help me with this. I say, I say, look, that is what you have to do yourself. No? And I'm responding to you, but I'm not helping you. So that's the difference. We have to be careful. So responding to the prayer of the one who prays to me, but not without any reason. Okay, they should respond to me. I respond to them. فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا. Actually, فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا, so that as a result of this, I mean, you understand, فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا. لِيَسْتَجِيبُوا means they should respond back to me. Why? In order to appreciate that I am responding back to him. Communication. If I don't see or hear the response from my creator, so I wouldn't know that he is responding back to me. So I must be aware of it. That is another point. وَلْيُؤْمِنُوا بِي. They should respond to me, and so that they should believe in me. But how can I believe? It will say, I am near. He said, I am near. Don't forget. We will talk about it, so that they might follow the right way. If the mutual communication happens, the creator says, here I am, and I will say, oh yeah, I know you are here. Then I will be on the right way, follow the right way. So I know it is a bit difficult. I'm presenting it complicated because of the lack of the language, so Arabic knowledge. But there are subtleties in the language. You cannot just take it as the translation says, which may not be clear all the time. So I wanted to just itemize the point and share it with you. I wrote it in blue. Whenever we ask about God, we can find him in the existence of everything. But the most important, in the existence of my own being. So it is extremely important to use our existence of our body, which is external and obvious, but definitely existence of our human side, which is spirit. So, for example, you wonder, what is going on in this world? What is the meaning of this world? Why am I here? Who brought me here? What am I supposed to do here? And at the end, yes, he brought me. I am happy, but at the end, he will give me death. Strange, isn't it? You give somebody some food, and afterwards, give a slap, something like that. No. So we can find God says is in this world. You can find me in your own self. I wrote a sunlight example. This is my just a reminder to myself. Sunlight example is very simple example, very real. Everybody can experience it anytime. So For example, let's make it very simple. Something shining here, daytime. I see light is reflecting. Yeah. So what does it mean? Because of the sunlight. I know that. Okay. So sunlight is reflecting here. Look, I can benefit from the light. I feel this sunlight just interacting with me, just now, within me, in my eyes. So I can see you for sunlight, because of sunlight. It's very simple. But as far as questioning the sight that, but sun, far away, far away. How I can say that the creator is not a part of the universe here, but at the same time, Quran says, I am near in you. Everywhere, but especially in you too. You don't have to make astronomical discoveries to see beyond the galaxies or something. No, 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 it's in you. The only thing is, he is infinite far, nothing to do with you. Can I say, for example, if I receive a message from the engineer of this computer saying, Ali, if you wonder who I am just next to you. How? His engineering capacity is, or ability, talent is here. Whatever you see in the machine is my qualities. But I am in India, or he may be dying. He may be dead now, who developed this kind of things years ago. But still, I can feel that his nearness is here. I am seeing his work. So God is beyond imagination. God is not a part of the universe. Now, we cannot really think of it in terms of his work, as we cannot think of the engineer of a machine in terms of the machine. So can I say God is like, oh, the engineer of the machine is like the keyboard or the hardware or, I don't know, mother disk? No, I can't. But everything is his work. That is what we have to understand, that the universe and ourselves is his work, God's work. So how can I feel the nearness of the sun? Here it is, his light is with me. So that is how I know sun exists. If there was no light, do I know sun exists? There's no light come. Millions of miles away. So I wouldn't know. But at the same time, I always experience his presence whenever I go daytime, which I receive the sunlight. Of course, the universe continuously exists. It means I always receive the light, manifestations of the qualities of the creator, always. Where? As long as I exist. So the question is, we have to question, how come I exist? How come I have intelligence? How come I have feelings? How come I have this sense, that sense, loving, fearing, having hopes and curiosities and wondering, worrying, all these abilities, especially intelligence and feeling relationship with other people, being hurt or being happy, excited, all of them. So we understand that if I want to get who my creator, who God is, Quran says God is the one who creates you, as you are. So that, of course, he created me. I am seeing the things. I'm hearing the other people speaking. I think about, and I have, for example, emotional relationship with other people. So if I receive, for example, at the moment, at the moment, God forbid, I received the call, rings one, twice, three times. Inevitably, my curiosity says, excuse me, I have to look at this. And says, for example, my parents passed away. You know, you can guess. It's not surprising. So that's how Allah creates. I have brothers. So your brother is in a very emergency room and really needs intensive care department. So waiting for you, he needs you. What do I do? Excuse me, my friends, I'm going. What? So emotional relationship. I cannot deny this. It is with me. But can I show it to you physically? No. It is the reflection of the Creator, my Creator, the Creator of my human side. That is why I have to be careful that these emotions are not for nothing. To feel the presence of the Creator always in my life. That is why God says, no, you don't have to tell them that I am near to them. No, with their own existence, I am already telling them that I am in you, in your own existence. Whatever you have is my reflections, like the sunlight reflecting in the air here, or in a bright object. So air molecules, that's why we can see the sunlight reflecting it through the air molecules. Otherwise, we wouldn't see it. So reflecting through something. So God's qualities are reflecting through our existence. So God doesn't need to say, tell them that. No, they already know that I am there. Do you see the beauty of the words? Not using good. No good, say. For example, if my worshippers ask you about me, tell them I am near. Oh, missed the point. Missed the point. You wanted to say something, you want to.
Yeah, I just want to with the metaphor, I think maybe you can help and highlight where it is limited. Knowing, experiencing sunlight and things lit up by the sunlight, through a window is different than directly, let's say, looking at the sun.
The same thing.
Is the same.
Why? If there was no reflectors, air molecules, you wouldn't see the sun. Sun represents in our analogy God. So reflection of the sunlight is in our analogy, the creation. So if there was no creation, how would you know God? If there was no this work, how would you know about intelligence? That he has the quality. You see, that is why the very existence itself is the sign of God's presence near me itself. That is why the Quran says, don't need to tell them. Don't need to tell them. I am already in their existence. So he reminds us that take care of your own existence. Right?
I think at some point I maybe was wanting to highlight for myself also that, the fact that one can take sunlight as the complete manifestation of the sun, right? Like the sunlight is completely reflecting or representing what is the sun in essence,
Yeah.
right? For one to do that based off of what it is reflected on is perhaps corresponding to how much I'm questioning or how much I'm
Yeah.
curious. So capacity of doing that.
Yes, it is another stage. Now, how much are we aware that all our existence, even bodily existence, our emotional existence is always in connection with universal concerns. We cannot limit our love, our fear to if we hear that tomorrow some galaxy next to Milky Way galaxies is going to explode. What do you feel? Another galaxy is going to explode tomorrow. How do you feel? Definitely you cannot see it. But we are connected. I am connected. So our, although it may be misused, and we have to be careful, our one of most valuable qualities is imagination. We can imagine endlessly. That is the quality Allah gave us. It's a blessing. So through this quality, I have no limitation to communicate with everything at the same time. But it needs consciousness. So we take it for granted as we were coming with some friends to this halakha, and we talked about familiarity. The most dangerous familiarity is taking our existence for granted. I exist. Now look at this meaningless philosophy. I exist, therefore, I think, therefore I exist. No. You are created, therefore you exist. Thinking ability needs to be created. Simple. He is one of the most clever philosophers. Simple compared to Quranic message. Very simple. So the very fact that our existence is the witness to God's creatorship and God's presence with us. So we shouldn't think God as if something far away. No. He is the creator and he cannot be thought about in terms of his work. I mean, even the chair you are sitting here, you know that somebody made it. Yeah, but do you know who is it? Do you have to see him? I always give this example. See God. Even if I see him, how would I know he's God? Maybe my imagination. But work is the most assuring evidence for his existence. We don't appreciate our existence. We don't appreciate the existence of the universe, which are in connect with us. That's why one human spirit is equal to the whole universe. That's what Islamic culture tells us. A human being is equal to universe. Every human being is equal to the universe he is associated himself with or herself with. So my universe is different from yours, but my perspective, my perception of the universe is different from yours. Everybody has his own perception, and I exist within my universe as I perceive it. From the perception point of view. So that is the most important matter that we miss. How blessing, how wonderful, miraculous our creation is, so that we can be always in connect with the whole reflection of in your example, sunlight, always. But we have to start seeing it in myself first. So another point second, I think you can see, yeah, which is on the screen. Nearness of God and responding to prayers are related to each other only when we realize God is near to us. I put the see next slide. All right, let's see first of all here, nearness of God and responding to prayers. Now, we confuse that nearness of God and responding to us anytime what we want, what we desire, what we hope, wish to have, is the presence of God. God says, here I am. But we confuse this. Yeah, this one, the third one. Let's say where the confusion is. God always answers prayers by responding, but we may, I'm reading the third item 3, but we may accept him to grant our typical traditional prayers. Please, Allah, make me pass. Well, give me a very good job. This imagination, you cannot find that you will get a job and you will be fully satisfied. Yes, in first 3 months, maybe. Afterwards, you start saying, this man, the colleague is really annoying me a lot, and this will, yeah, that is how the world works. Anyway, we always see that, confuse that responding is granting what we want. No, he says no. So we shouldn't confuse responding and granting. So what did I say in the next item? Nearness and responding to our prayers. But prayers, not necessarily that there are some friends are praying here. It is included, but our whole life is prayer. For example, we were coming here on the way, we were praying, inshallah, the traffic will be easy, that we will be in time, rushing in ourselves. Although we cannot do anything, but at the same time, we want. That is what expecting God to create this event to us. So let's see what's this next. Okay. Oh, it is a bit. What time? Is it 6:42?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
We started a bit later,
How many minutes? 5 minutes?
10, 15.
Around, not more than 10. But still, okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Quickly. Ya Bani Israel, اذكروا نعمتي التي أنعمت عليكم وأوفوا بعهدي أوف بعهدكم وإياي فارهبون وأشهدهم على أنفسهم ألست بربكم قالوا بلى شهدنا. Now, okay, I will go fast. If you have any question, don't hesitate, ask me. Who are children of Israel? Because the children of Israel. Who are children of Israel in the Qur'an? In the Qur'an. What?
The descendants of Prophet Yaqub. That's what I read.
Sorry, huh?
The descendants of Prophet Yaqub,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
called the children of Israel.
No, children of Israel.
Mm.
Yeah. What? They don't read the Quran. But God speaks not to children of Israel. He speaks to everyone. So children of Israel is an example. But there are many examples in the Quran. Deniers, hypocrites, believers. There are examples of the people of Hud, people of Noah, people of Abraham, Solomon. But Quran speaks to me. So we understand that children of Israel, I'll go fast. Otherwise, I would be comfortable, but slowly, I don't like to rush while studying the Quran. So we have to give the right as much as possible according to the level of our life now. So not going into deep, so it is impossible, unfortunately. It needs a lot of study and preparation. A lot of doesn't mean that taking a course 2 hours a week. No. You have to work 10 hours a day and continuously and at least 10 years. At least, but it wasn't enough for me. But that is another subject. So, children of Israel category represents a people who are aware of the revelation, who are aware of the prophets, and we call it who are presented with religion, which means the set of Sharia. Yeah, Torah means law. So there's a set of Sharia there. So Bible means the spiritual side of law. So when the Quran speaks about Christians, it means those people who take notice of the spiritual side of law and maybe more to do with morality, ethical values, that side. Children of Israel is those who are familiar with the revelation, which is called the book and the prophet. Right. I will ask you, are we aware of that God sent prophet? Are we aware of that God sent revelation, spoke to the prophet, and do we have the book now? We are the children of Israel. So we will listen to it. I am reading. If a person who says, I am a Jew, reads it, yeah, speaks to him as well. But if a person who says, what are you talking about? God, did you say, who's that? Well, I've seen people like this. They don't know, they are not aware of the concept of creator, let alone God. You know, in the far eastern places, they don't know. In inland China, the north of China, Siberia, they don't know. And I've seen the Japanese people don't know about the concept of creator. So, surprised. This verse is not related to them, but it is definitely related to me. So, remember how I blessed you? Okay, what is the blessing now? Honor you, covenant with me. Now, after receiving the news of the prophet and the message, the book, I am introduced somehow about the idea of the creator, idea of the prophets, representation, Sharia, hereafter, angels. I'm familiar with it now. My spirit is now aware that it is created. Right? Now, let's make this connection now. This covenant with my creator, that's why I refer to this verse. I am near. I am near. God is near. What does it mean? His covenant is in my own existence. My spirit. My spirit is given to me as a tool to know who my creator is. So I see, I reason, I love. Where did I get this sense of love? The one who created me, for example. Again, simple example, a machine, computer example, or your iPhone. Everybody must have. Who doesn't have? I have. So your iPhone, you took it. Definitely, you know that the engineer of it, engineers, whatever human made example, so is communicating to you. When you say use it, as you use it, what do you use it? Their knowledge, their talent, their planning, yeah, their work. They made it. You are communicating with it. So the covenant is between me, but especially between my spirit. So the following verses, let's see, read the following verse now. Bismillah. Okay. وَأَشْهَدَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ أَلَسْتُ بِرَبِّكُمْ قَالُوا بَلَا شَهِدْنَا. God made them bear witness about themselves. He said, it means God is telling me, you know who you are, who you are? You are the one we signed the contract. What do I mean? I don't remember anything. No, he said, am I not your Lord? Now, ask this question to yourself. Who is my Lord? Who's my creator? Who's my owner? Who gave me existence? Your consciousness, your intelligence will say, I am a deliberate work, conscious work. Who can be? Matter? Source of my feeling of hope, feeling of love, concern, fear. What? My atoms, particles. Impossible. It's nothing to do with it. It is nothing to do with the material value at all. And matter has no consciousness, nothing. They don't have any free will to choose, to decide. But they cheat us, saying that what we observe that it is happening. Yeah, I can observe everything. But it doesn't mean that, for example, a bird is flying. I observe the bird is flying. It doesn't mean that bird itself created the ability to fly. No, it's made. So I observe that my machine, when I do this, it works in this way. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have an engineer. It's obvious. But what they observe make it a theory of source of existence. Stupid. Really stupid. I'm sorry for my rough language, tough language. So, am I not your Lord? It means when you use your spirit, you will definitely understand that you are deliberately created with the potential to know who your creator. For example, you have a sense of compassion, and you are concerned. So, for example, we are having halakha here, somebody there falls down and starts bleeding. What do we do? None of my business, I am fine. Forget about it. Can you do that, Alicia? What do you do? Go and help. Why? Yeah, where did you get this sense? Did your mother teach you this? You don't need to be taught, do you? That is what God is telling you. I am concerned with you. I am concerned with everything. That's why I create them. It means you have a connection, covenant with your God. How? Through your own sense, you know the quality of your creator manifested in you. So you will know that, my creator asks me to go and help this man, not myself. So you see, directly in connection with him. It's amazing. But we are going too fast. I think this is a very valuable subject. And they replied, Quran reminds us, you replied to me, how? In my own existence. Yes, we bear witness. قالوا بلى. It means your abilities, your human capacities, let you know that, and also are able to let you understand and learn that my creator is reflecting his qualities in me so that through these qualities, I can get to know him, connect him, connect myself, my existence to him. Yeah. So do you remember signing a contract with God? Yes, it is always with me. I don't remember. I'm living. Now I'm signing the contract now anytime. Yeah, when you feel hungry, what do you do? Look for food. It means food is prepared for you. Go and get it. So as you eat it, it means it is with you, responding to you. So ask the question, never forget this. Why do I get hungry? How did I feel it? And how did I feel it? What nerve system? Who established this? The one who created me. So he's communicating with me always. So anytime I have to breathe. Why? I love my life. So God is the source of life, letting you know that it's very precious. Don't waste it. So know that I am alive, but not like you. You are my work. You are my work. I am the one who created the whole universe, and he never, I cannot imagine which kind of being his essence is, but I know definitely this being must exist. So I think very quickly we covered it, yeah? So we have to read the Quran always addressing to us. We should never forget that talking about this rebellious people of Noah, you say, why these people were so arrogant. The prophet Noah called them 950 years. It was a long time, not necessarily exactly 150, but it is the way of speaking in Turkish, in English, using the numbers. It's a long time, unimaginably long. As a human being, no one lives, as far as our experience tells me, 950 years. But in all that, don't have to make up. It is a very enduring work he spent, but they didn't respond. Majority of them didn't respond. Only a few. So what happened? Then they didn't accept. Most majority of them, of course, they were not saved. So that is the teaching of the Quran. It means I have to think. No, people of Noah, I don't know who they are, none of my business. The Quran doesn't tell where it was, when it was. No, it says Noah, finish. People of Noah, his son. That's it, the information. And ark, what is the ark? Big question, but this is not our subject. It means I have to see, do I receive the message? Yeah, always the message is with me in my own existence. And also I am the one of the children of Israel. It means the people, one of the member of the people who know the prophet, who know the message, their revelation. God spoke to the prophet, and he brought, this prophet brought to them principles of living in this world, Sharia. So I know that. He's speaking to me. We have to take it in this way. So everything is really, if you like, if you don't misunderstand, because in this country it is used in only one way, egocentric concerns. It means, as far as I am concerned, the universe is valuable. I am benefiting from the whole universe. If you are not here, still I need the sun, I need the earth, the temperature, the seasons, everything. I need the galaxies to reflect how powerful, unimaginably powerful the Creator is. Manifesting himself is nothing for the absolute being. Absolute means limitless. We cannot say, oh, it is difficult for the absolute to create a huge universe, but the earth may be. No. To create even one leaf of a tree, you have to have an absolute power because it is coming into existence out of nothing, created, giving new existence continuously. He is ever present here, is ever sustaining the universe and by renovation, renewing it, giving new existence to new existence. We know that in daytime, changing continuously, seasons changing, yeah, months change, years change, and my life changed, very young, children, child, and young teenager, and then middle aged, and then old age, and even the older age, ready to move, say salam alaikum, where I'm going. So changing. Nothing is static, it's exciting. And every moment is a new creation. So he's ever present in the world, in the existence, and in my existence that I'm experiencing as well. Okay, go back. All right. Now, so did we understand the nearness of God and responding to prayers? It means always he is in communication with me, but we confuse. We want God to serve us as we want. Yes, he's serving us. He established the rules. Look, for example, there's a restaurant. Somebody said, if all the members of ICNYU, you take your membership card and go to this restaurant, food is ready there. That is NYU's principle. So I have the card, ID card, this card, but I am saying, the restaurant, you come to me. How irrational is it? You have to go there. It's ready, full, free. So what we confuse here, everything must be according to my egoistic tendencies. What does it mean? If everything I want, God says, okay, I will do it, I do it. So do I learn anything in my life? Whatever I want, no. I want the best job. Here it is. Do I work for it? Do I learn anything? Can I improve my spiritual values? Going through training, learning? All the schools will collapse now, close down. Why? There's no need. Everything will be, the universe is impossible to think. So I want to see the sun. Here it is. Next, impossible. So we have to accept that God prepared everything for us, but we have to obey and learn how we should appreciate his blessings, his mercy, his compassion by experiencing it. So if we don't go to school, we don't learn. Without going to school, learning, everybody is like we have to be like stones. Everything is equal, but we have to have progress in our acknowledgement of God by obeying his way of creation. Now, we are not expected to create something, but in order to get it, we have to realize that I need it, somebody is providing it for me. Yeah, I need it, but somebody is providing for me, so that I will be aware of who my Lord is. Not that I have to serve God. No, he is serving me. Restaurant is there. Go and get your food anytime you want. He's serving me. But I want the restaurant to come to me. It's crazy. So that I wouldn't learn anything. So I have to experience. For example, I am a student in NYU. Okay. What do you do? I'm a student in NYU. So I'm learning nothing because everything is given to me freely. Which kind of life we are living here? You wouldn't like it because learning is exciting. So we understand that God responds and tells me what to do if I want something from him. As if I use this expression, we are going to a fair where some technological uh, uh, gadgets are exhibited. What do they say? If you want something from here, I won't give it to you because I'm presenting. This universe is just presenting the way God presents himself to me. If you want anything from him, write or fill up this order. Fill up this order, what order, whatever. Say, thank you very much. Order form. And then we will send it to you. I said, no, I'm not going to fill up order form, but you will give it to me from here. The universe is this fair is the representative of universe. God is disclosing himself to us by creating the universe and manifesting his qualities there. Like an engineer discloses his ability by making the machine and presents it to me, and I have to use it. So he says, in order to benefit from it, press this key. Then I will give you the result to you. But I say, no, you have to present to me. So the life becomes really no pleasure at all. So that is how we are created. We should understand and never confuse that. I prayed, yeah, and didn't get anything granted, given to me. No, you should understand that while we are really now. I'm speaking about prayer in classical terms now in the culture. Really opening your hand and saying, Alhamdulillah, I know you, God, you are the most merciful one. Yeah, please give me this. Why? I am thirsty, give me water. Well, God's response is what? Go to the fountain there, or faucet, fill up your glass and drink it. So do you want me to serve you? The way the universe is created is the responding of God. What do I do? Do you want to get a best job? Alisha, I think definitely you do. The best job, profession. All right. Doesn't God tell you that, don't you know that you have to study in time and really manage your time properly, know what time what to do and what time you have to do your assignments, how to be really very attentive in class, take notes, and before you come, you got the syllabus, didn't you? So in the syllabus, you know that this week, this subject is going to be studied. Get through it before going to school. That is what God is teaching us. So that, I don't know this subject, I have to be careful. Be aware that what you are going to be taught. So when you sit the class, you understand what is going on. So the points you don't understand, raise your hand and ask the professor. They will be pleased, but prepare yourself. They say, if you do this, that is how Allah is teaching us. If you do this, you can get the best job. If you don't do this, you don't. That is what God is already presenting all this to me. God gives us the syllabus and gives us the forms, but we have to fill it. We have to obey his rule, his creation, so that God will respond back. God will respond to you. But sitting here, praying Allah, praying all night prayer, not studying, and say, please Allah, let me pass. You are able to do anything. In Allah, ala kulli shay'in qadir. So God says, you didn't really obey me, fill up the form, obey the order, my order of creation, and waiting me to change the order of the universe for you. Your sister wants another thing. So the universe order is upside down. Impossible. That is what we have to do, obey God. How? The way he creates and teaches us. Oh, all right?
But let's say if someone studies really hard, does their work, and then spends the night in prayer also, what is that called? What do we understand that?
No, with it acknowledgement. Prayer is acknowledgement. So I obeyed your, for example, you cooked, put the food, ate it, you say, Alhamdulillah. Oh, I obeyed your order and you responded back to me and granted because I obeyed the order. If I don't obey the order, can you get the food? But
So there is
when
a
you get the
granted-
food, then you say, Alhamdulillah, this is your grace to me. This is your mercy to me. And I acknowledge that you are the one who is feeding me. And you are the one who created the food. And you are the one who gave me the hunger so that I can taste the food. If I wasn't hungry, can you get any pleasure out of the food? It's a torture. So afterwards you can pray, but it's a thanking, not making a bargaining with God. Thinking that he is responding. When you study, you learn. How did you learn? With your intelligence. So with your memory. Who created it? Who gave it to you? These tools. So these are all just the means of communication. So we confuse. Sometimes, not everyone, every time, but being thankful. Thankful means obeying his way of creation and then expressing your thankfulness. Yeah. Well, I think you wanted to make this point.
Yeah, I would think that at the end, in this way of understanding things, the granting of prayer, of your prayer, is the response.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
But we're not thinking like I pray for a job, I get a job, and that's
no.
granted.
By obeying his order, the way he said, okay, if you do this, if you fill up the
Mhm.
order form, I will send it to you to your address, but fill up the order form, it will study. And then you will get it. Because the ability to learn is created by him. You cannot learn, you cannot really control your memory. It is given to you, free. Use it. So it needs acknowledgement.
Mhm.
So the last point is, we need to respond to God and believe in him. So this communication takes automatic interaction. Because if I see my creation, as soon as I start reflecting on my existence, I will feel God there and appreciate it. I have this feeling. It is from you. You are the one who gave it to you. You see, he is in me now. He is with me now, near me. Why? I responded back. So this mutual relationship must always exist, but as far as a created being as I am is concerned, I have to acknowledge my createdness. And if I say I don't believe in God, then let him be with me. I already closed my door to him. So that his so that we feel his presence in us. Without conscious belief, wishes or hopes are not prayers. It means without obeying and using our human qualities, we cannot really pray to God. We will study this, inshallah, sometimes maybe next week, the following week. So the people who don't acknowledge God, they cannot ask for forgiveness. So they cannot feel the communication with their creator. They say, we are just accidental beings in this world. So meaningless life. So I have to stop here. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alim.